Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Matt, and welcome back to yet another Barking Bulldog review. So today I'm doing Bulldog review number 11, which is Sonic the Hedgehog. So I know this is the one. You guys know that I've been weighing on this movie for quite some time. So let's just go ahead and get right into the meat of things. Let's kind of talk a little bit about this and kind of see how this works. Okay, so Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, so from the get-go, Sonic has had a lot of problems with the development, for the past 2 to 3 years. And now I finally seen the movie. So was it worth the 18-year wait? In a way, yes. Because, it was pretty good. I found some things in there that were pretty good. I really deeply enjoyed this movie so much. But of course, with every a movie is not that perfect. There were some about one or two little constructive flaws, and I'll kind of explain that at the end of this video, near the end of this video. So some of the good things is they do try to keep the references to the old Sonic character, which that's amazing. I appreciate them doing their homework for this movie. Number two, I really did enjoy the cast of this movie. They were all just so phenomenal. Of course, Ben Schwartz, who does the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog, I mean, he nailed it. I mean, it was just, oh man, I tell you, I was blown away by his voice. It was so good. And then Jim Carrey, of course, Dr. Robotnik, or Dr. Eggman. It was very interesting. Um, it was back that 90s Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber vibe that I got from him. That kind of that weird vibe. And I really did enjoy it. His character was good. James Marsden's character was very good. A little bit weak, but it was good enough for it to be deemed watchable. And then Tika Sumpter's character, by the way, her name's Maddie, in case you didn't know. She did good, and I think, honestly, we didn't get to see her a lot, but she played a good role in that one, too. Okay, so some of the casts were great. Everyone did a great job. Round of applause to you. Round of applause to them. So, number three, of course, the action. And I gotta say this straight from the get-go. This movie was freaking good when it came to the action. And I mean, it was amazing. And plus, I got to enjoy it. And it really felt like the true blue Sonic movie that I was hoping for. But, of course, the action was pretty superb. I think they got everything down to a T. It was wonderful. It was very, 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 very wonderful. I enjoyed it. I loved it. It was so flippin' amazing. It was good. Yeah, it was a good movie. I mean, overall, it was something of another nature. I could have guessed that this movie was going to be like this, or at least this is what I was expecting the movie to be. Although, Sonic the Hedgehog has that kind of vibe with it that, and there's that vibe I kind of pick up every time I play a Sonic game, that comedy, and, it's kind of like that. I mean, it's wonderful to see Sonic in his prime and on his big screen debut. It was something else of another nature. Okay, so now, so, like I said in the beginning of the movie, a perfect movie is never going to be perfect, and here are some constructive criticisms. I only got two. Number one, I think they try to keep a family-friendly approach. The usual family-friendly, kid-friendly fart jokes and all that. That one was kind of drove me off for a little bit. It was kind of those kind of things, and then of course um, you know, it's kind of interesting, sort of. And then number two. or the second biggest thing that was constructive criticism for me was pop culture. Now, I get pop culture is big, and I think it should be in every movie. Um, but I think this kind of went a little too deep into the pop culture setting, um, just like hair. But I think they had a little bit too much of their own promotion to actually be a Sonic movie. I think this was more of just a bunch of commercials. It was kind of interesting, but I think if I think if parents really kind of looked at this and say this is probably just a product placement, yeah, it can be. It really is just a product placement. In some ways, it is. Um, but yet again, uh, yeah, yeah. The only one thing that I kind of want to, the only one thing I want to kind of throw out the door, throw into it is that we need to that movie really needed to have less of the product placement and the less of the pop culture and just keep it like Sonic. Detective Pikachu was amazing. I cannot tell you how amazing that one was, and it didn't have any references to pop culture. But this one kind of dipped into that pot. Yeah, and I think that's what probably kind of stirred me out a little bit was by watching that and kind of seeing it kind of in that sort of sense. But really, it was a good movie, nonetheless. Nonetheless, it was a pretty decent movie. Decent, very decent. So yeah, I mean, I loved the Sonic movie, and it was good. But those constructive criticisms, I really do believe it could be, built up a little bit more instead of all this product placement. But hey, I guess this is Hollywood's chance to kind of make a commercial. But hey, social media is not going to die down anytime soon. So I think the director of the Sonic movie was like, you know what, let's keep this going, and hopefully we can charge on that. Which that's an interesting move by them. But yeah, so overall, this is a very fun movie, a very cute story, a lot of good moments in this movie that really kind of stir even myself, with me being a Sonic fan. Have played all the games since I was a kid, including some on the Genesis, and it really is a decent movie, very decent. Well, other than those constructive criticisms with the product placement, I'm not gonna bump it down by a whole star because that would kind of be kind of rude. So I'm just gonna give it a 9.7 because, well, the thing is, I knocked off about 3/10 of the point because of that product placement maneuver, and then of course there was kind of a drop, but yeah, no, it was a good movie. 9.7 out of 10, almost a perfect score. But maybe for the sequel next time, let's hope they don't try to do that again with the product placement stuff. But yeah, I really did enjoy Sonic the Hedgehog. It was very good. It was very neat. It was very clean, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you guys have any other questions, feel free to comment down below, and I will be sure to respond to them as soon as I can. So, Bulldog review number 12, I believe, is going to be Onward if I have my schedule correct, or Birds of Prey. So Birds of Prey or Onward will be number 12, and then so the way it's going to work is if Birds of Prey is number 12, then Onward's going to be number 13, and then Trolls World Tour will be 14, Scoob will be 15, that kind of thing. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. So long, guys. See you next time. And cut.